What's up, guys? Back with another vlog today. Been talking about some different topics like the jab, switching stances, backing up. These are three things that I kind of deal with everyone, right? We work on the jab every time we do boxing, kickboxing, and MMA for the most part. It's a range finding tool. I talked about that in a different vlog. And this vlog is just going to kind of assimilate those ideas and topics, right? So, you know, switching stances, that's one thing, and then backing up, and you can employ all of these sort of logs is strategies that you can use for, I mean, they're just like interchangeable, but just some remarks I wanted to kind of hit home on before I moved on to some other vlogs. I'm going to do a series of vlogs over training with different people over the last 13 years of doing martial arts. And but this, I just wanted to kind of highlight a few things. Like, one is what Bruce Lee said about your lead hand, right? Or your power hand, okay? Because what he said is put your power hand forward. So for me, kind of subscribe to that idea because I'm left-handed, right? But I fight in an orthodox base, right? I said in one of my previous videos, one of my coaches, Mr. Drain, he said, you know, I don't fight in my stance, I fight through my stance. And that's kind of back to like you switch bases for strategic reasons, you back up for strategic reasons. You might throw a jab for a very strategic reason, backing up and getting an angle, this or that. But what Bruce Lee said about your power hand is put it forward. And that always made a lot of sense to me, but I will say, ironically, when I first started switching stance, I did it for, I was southpaw. I had my first fight at southpaw, and that injured my elbow really bad. It was hurt for like 8 months or something. It was hurt for a long time, so I switched stances. And I started fighting orthodox, and as soon as I started hitting tie pads and stuff, I was like, this feels way better. It's easier because my coach is orthodox, it was easier to learn, so I just stayed with orthodox. And then later, I found out about Bruce Lee's theory of putting your power hand forward, and I was like, man, that makes all the sense in the world. Like, because I throw so much jab that it makes a lot of sense for my power hand to be forward, because that is a hand that I have the most dexterity with. I eat with that hand and everything. I play guitar a little bit, and that's my theory on the guitar as well, okay? A left-handed guitar, you actually do all the hard stuff with your right hand. That makes no sense to me. I can't even air guitar hold. That feels weird, but this, it feels normal. And it's kind of the same theory. In my mind, you know, maybe there's a rhythmic difference, but you do all the hard stuff with this hand. The chords, the scales, the notes, and you strum with your right hand, you know, so that's just how I've always perceived it the same way. And ironically, when I switched to orthodox, I noticed, I'm like, man, that feels better. But again, it could just be because in fighting, you use your lead hand so much. It is just that range finding tool. And I think that is a very interesting theory. And also, just kind of another remark on some previous topics I discussed is, I think that's, you know, when people come in and start doing boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and we do the jab and their orthodox stance, they put their power hand back. I feel like that is the reason why people get confused a lot in the beginning and want to switch stances. It's because their jab hand is their left hand and they're right-handed. It feels weird because we're doing single, double, triple jabs. I will say, until you've done a lot of single, double, triple jabs might feel weird. And it's because you're developing timing, depth perception, dexterity. You're developing an enlightened understanding of something that's very conceptual in fighting, and that's distance, right? Timing. I remember when I first started training and people were talking about those things, it's like, bro, you need to slow down, okay? Like, you're getting way ahead of me. And it is very conceptual, and you know, I started training as a teenager in my later teens, but you know, as I've grown doing martial artists, as a martial artist, grown up doing martial arts my entire adult life. Now I'm going to be 32 my next birthday. Just like I've started looking at it a lot more philosophically and a lot more through a lot more self-awareness and just awareness of the history. And I mean, that's kind of, I wrote my master's thesis on the history of martial arts. So it's made me look at a lot of things differently. I think having my background in history, teaching history and stuff like that, I've really assimilated a lot of those ideas into, you know, me owning the gym and derived from those experiences. And it's very interesting to watch people in here that are new and people that have come up training through the ranks. And that's kind of where I've derived a lot of these ideas. And asking questions, talking to people. Trying to get to the bottom of why, when I have a beginner that comes in, they do their jab and then they switch their stance, right? Because they were doing single, double, triple jab, and they're like, man, my jab just doesn't feel good. It's, you know, it's my left hand, I'm right-handed, so they want to switch stances. But there's no strategy behind that, just doing it because they don't feel good. I think that might be a lot to do with why Bruce Lee was saying put your power hand forward. Right? So that's my 2 cents on that, based off my research, and keep developing yourself as a martial artist. I think that's really all we can do is keep coming to class and keep asking these questions, keep evolving your game and your understanding, and keep seeking answers and trying to always polish yourself, right? Thanks for watching our vlog. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We're trying to grow our channel and get some subscribers, so if you want to share any of our videos, take a look at our playlist, please do that. We would appreciate the support. Thanks.